Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Being 7 p.m., I'll call to order the Budget and Finance Committee meeting for Tuesday, August 6th, 2024. Roll call is taken. There is one member absent. Item number 2 on the agenda is approval of the minutes for the Budget and Finance meeting of July 9th, 2024.
I'll make a motion to recommend approval of the minutes for the Budget and Finance meeting of July 9th, 2024.
I will second. We have a motion by Wells, second by Heckendorf. Any further discussion on this item? All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 3, 2024 second quarter budget review. Did you have any questions, Tracy, or any highlights anybody wants to point out at all, or seemed pretty straightforward?
I think something particularly unique about, I guess not just this quarterly update, but just the budget year that we're in, is that we had prepared a budget that articulates what ARPA fund allocations we hoped to make. We will have to formally, is it via a resolution, Darlene, by end of year formally allocate up to our Department of Revenue / Department of Treasury what those projects are. So far, we are tracking under budget on a line item for the Hasmer Lake property acquisition. We will track over budget for some warranties that we selected for the John Deere loader. And then we will see how the other projects, to include the Hickory Lane Park Path project and the Chestnut Court ARPA portion, work out. If they're not spent, we hope to carry them forward and then, spend in the next year, either on the same project or something else. One mention is that if needed, and we are seeking quotes now, Engineer Brian Kober is on the Hickory Lane Park Path project. If there is an extra amount of money needed to do all of the path versus omitting a small portion, we may simply propose forward that we overspend in that one category. But that would come before you guys.
All right. So the question I have, so we have to allocate by the end of the year to spend by the end of 2026, is that correct? So let's say we allocate by the end of this year, and can that be amended after the fact? Okay. Tracy, you have any questions on budget review?
Nope.
All right. Item number 4 then is pay request number 6, the final pay request for the 2023 utility and street improvement project for Vinton Construction in the amount of $10,000. This did come from Board of Public Works with a recommendation to approve. And I will make the motion to recommend Village Board approve pay request number 6 in the amount of $10,000 for Vinton Construction.
Second.
We have a motion by Heckendorf, second by Wells. Any further discussion on this item? All in favor by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 5 is pay request number 5 for the wastewater treatment plant tertiary filters and disinfection project for J.H. Hassinger in the amount of $138,795. Once again, this did come from Board of Public Works with a recommendation to approve.
I'll make a motion to recommend approval of pay request number 5 in the amount of $138,795 for the tertiary filters and disinfection project.
I will second. We have a motion by Wells, second by Heckendorf. Any further discussion on this item? All in favor by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 6, review of bids and funding of 2024 Ridgeway Drive and Chestnut Court reconstruction project. This did come from Board of Public Works with a recommendation to approve. Keeping in mind that Board of Public Works is not reviewing anything funding wise, that they're just looking at is the project beneficial to the village. So with that, to open up some discussion if need be, I am going to make a motion to recommend Village Board reject all the bids and direct staff to work with Ellers to seek funding options to consider at the August 27th Village Board meeting.
Second.
We have a motion by Heckendorf, second by Wells. Discussion on this item. So Tracy didn't maybe just to bring you up to speed a little bit, is that it did come in substantially over what we had budgeted. And if we were look to approve it at this point to have it done this year, it would have a significant impact on our financial management plan that we have in place. So I think the best thing to do would be to reject it at this point and then come back at the August 27th meeting and hopefully have some options for it, and to hopefully work it into the financial management plan for hopefully next year, and possibly look at rebidding it in spring. Any further discussion?
Could I make one clarification question?
Sure.
When we did speak with the Board of Public Works last week, I think that the schedule itself articulated, was it this second part of the project, Brian, in 2029? Did we have it?
Yeah.
Then we could-
Ridgeway was 2029, and
Thank you.
Chestnut Court was 2024.
Then it might make sense for us to reach out to Brian Raymer, because we do have our projects list sort of on the back end being worked through, and so we will make sure that he moves that project also up, if that would be suitable to the board's review.
Sure.
Okay.
All in favor by saying aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 7 is authorization to increase water and sewer utility rates effective October 1, 2024, and that would be at 4.1% for both water and sewer. And I will make a motion to, and that did come from Board of Public Works with recommendation to approve. And I would make that motion to recommend Village Board approve the increase to the water and sewer rates at 4.1%.
Second.
We have a motion by Heckendorf, second by Wells. Any further discussion on that item? All in favor by saying aye? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 8 is reimbursement request number 2 for the 2024 wastewater treatment plant project, the Clean Water Fund loan in the amount of $496,617.80. This did come from Board of Public Works with a recommendation to approve.
I'll make a motion to recommend approval of the reimbursement request number 2 in the amount of $496,617.80.
I will second. We have a motion by Wells, second by Heckendorf. Any further discussion on this item? All in favor by saying aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 9 is pay request number 1, Jackson Community Center Expansion Project for Moore Construction Services in the amount of $158,229.55.
I'll make a motion to recommend approval for pay request number 2 for the Jackson Community Center Expansion Project, more construction, the amount of, I'm sorry, pay request number 1, are we on? Pay request
One,
number
yep.
1, sorry. $158,229.55.
I will second. We have a motion by Wells, second by Heckendorf. Any further discussion? All in favor by saying aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 10 is pay request number 2, Jackson Community Center Expansion Project for Moore Construction Services LLC in the amount of $489,375.40.
I'll make a motion to recommend approval of pay request number 2 for Jackson Community Center Expansion Project, more construction, in the amount of $489,375.40.
I will second. We have a motion by Wells, second by Heckendorf. Any further discussion on this item? All in favor by saying aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 11, citizens or village staff to address the Budget and Finance Committee. Anybody wishing to speak or sign in? All right. Number 12, looking for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Motion by, and I'll second. Motion by Wells, second by Heckendorf to adjourn. All in favor by saying aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.